What's up? What's up? It's your boy VaRu. It's my homegirl Spicy. And we cultivate culture. Not sure what the topic or the conversation gonna be this evening. But y'all just fuck with us and roll with us.
I want to talk about shit, my mind went blank.
I wanna say this. It's a lot of stuff out here in our culture. Talking about, relationships. I hear a lot of stuff, people criticizing Klay Thompson, in his relationship with Megan. I think a lot of us in our culture are so damaged, we don't have healthy models for what a relationship should look like. And so we put a lot of faith in other people's relationship. We want them to succeed so much. So we can have an idea of what a good relationship looks like. But, what we need to be doing is working on ourselves. We need to work on ourselves daily and be the better version of yourself. Don't compete with nobody. Compete with yourself. Just strive to be a better you than you was the day before. And I'm gonna say this. When it come down to like a wife or a female, it was told to me that I don't want no woman to choose me because of the way I look, because she thinks I'm attractive. I don't want no woman to choose me because I might have a bag or because I make her laugh. All that stuff is superficial. I can lose money. I can get into an accident, get set on fire, God forbid. I'm going to get old. Looks don't last. Things of those nature is temporary. Instead, I want my wife to choose me because of my philosophy. I want my woman to choose me because of my ideals. You see, a woman should choose a man that she's willing to follow. Too many times in our culture, people get into relationships and they talk so negative about the person that they're with or was with or had a child with. And the thing is, we never take accountability for choosing that person. If you gonna be with me, know that you choosing to follow me. You understand? And I don't mean in an unruly type of way, but I just mean as head of household. You know what I'm saying? Choose me because of my philosophy on life. You know what I'm saying? Say that this man has a good shoulder, this man has a vision, this man has direction, he has purpose, he's driven, he's ambitious, and he's actually moving forward day to day. He's actually getting closer each day towards his goals and his dreams. A woman should be looking at what a man says and his actions. Do they align? Are the things he's saying, is he doing those things day to day? That's what a woman should be looking at. And if he is, then a woman should align herself with that man, if that's what she chooses. And if she chooses that man, know that you choose him daily. You know what I'm saying? And follow that man. Listen to what he says. If you can rock with his ideals, his philosophy on life, and, these are the things that a woman should look for. Not just the bag, not just that he's funny or attractive and things like that, but something of substance. We got to work on ourselves daily and stop putting so much faith in these external relationships. I remember once upon a time, Will and Jada was the ideal couple. They was the couple to be like in our culture, Will and Jada. Well, guess what? Shit, fast forward to now. Shit, Will and Jada ain't the couple people want to be like. Everybody has their issues. Unfortunately, they just happen to be celebrities, so we get to see everything that we shouldn't see. But instead of trying to strengthen, or instead of putting faith in their relationship, we need to put faith in the relationship we have with self. That should be the first relationship we have. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the message. Spicy, you got something to add to it?
I don't. I think that what you said is important. And I know that as a community, the roles in relationships have been unorganized. Like, nobody knows the role that they're supposed to play in the relationship.
That's
anymore.
big facts. That's big facts.
And my age and younger have been taught to, like, we don't need men. We don't need a man. We can do it for ourselves. We're independent. And I'm not saying that we can't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're in a relationship, know that your man has a role and you have a role, and one is not more or less important than the other. You're supposed to be a helpmeet to each other. And if a man has the vision, and you agree with that vision, align yourself with that vision.
Right. Big facts. Yeah.
And it's going to take a lot of coming off of pride, a lot of coming off of what you learned, what you've been taught, not only from the world, but from the women in your life prior to you.
Yeah. That's big facts. Big facts.
And the men in your life prior to you.
Yeah, a lot of times we get too influenced by our parents, by our friends, by the music, by outside noise.
Yeah. But if you take a grand look around, our community is the only community whose family is out of alignment.
Yeah. Yeah, the Asians, the Hispanics, the Africans, the white folks, they seem to have a better understanding of the family unit. And when you get to us, our culture, man, all we concerned about is winning.
Yeah.
By getting the bag. You understand? By the material things. And that ain't winning. No, not even by a long shot. That's not winning. I'm gonna tell you right now, the 2-parent household where whatever the job is, she a school teacher, he's an electrician, and they raise they children. You understand what I'm saying? That's rich. That's winning.
Yeah.
The wisdom and knowledge that goes in them children's ears every day, in and out.
The love that
they receive.
Of love.
The image that they have in their mind as they grow, to watch how their parents interact with one another, to watch how his or her father, loves on their mother, so that they can see how it's supposed to be when they grow up.
Even how they argue.
Even how they disagree with one another.
And is the respect still there when they disagree?
Too many times in our culture, we stop taking care of each other because we're mad.
Yeah.
If you argue or disagree with your spouse or your girlfriend, or for the women, your boyfriend, or whatever you in a relationship, and you stop being of service to that person, you need to take a hard look in the mirror and figure out what your issue is, because
abandonment.
You have abandoned your duty to your relationship because of how you feel. I don't want nobody to be with me because of how they feel. I want them to choose me completely. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you a woman and you cook for your household, you cook for your husband or your boyfriend, but he pissed you off, and so now you don't cook for him, you only make a small portion for, you tripping. You tripping. Too many times in our culture, when we mad at each other, we treat each other like the ops, like the enemy. And it's like, are we teammates or not? You understand? Are we not in this together or what? You know what I'm saying?
And I can say honestly, that's something that I've struggled with in relationships that I've been in. Beginning to see the person that I'm with like an op, and not the person that I entered into an agreement with to choose each other.
Yeah.
And it's easy to forget that when you're mad, you know? It's harder to remember that I love this person, I respect this person, this is the person that I am choosing when you're angry, you know? But with practice, it's possible. And it's going to take it takes a lot of coming off of it, coming off of your pride, coming off of your programming, your ideas of how this is going to go. You're wanting to be right. You're wanting to win. It takes a lot of coming off of that. And remembering that this is what I choose. I'm choosing this. I'm choosing this person. I'm choosing this relationship. And I know they love me. And I love them.
Yeah. And a lot of it, like you just said, is pride.
It's a lot of pride and a lot of programming.
Too many times we want to be right. We have a need to be right. And we hold on to each argument and bring that shit up in the next argument.
Yeah. It's called basket casing.
It's like, are we not trying to build?
Are we not trying to find a solution to the problem that we're arguing about? A common ground.
It's no point to be with somebody if you can only treat them with respect, love, and care when you're in a good mood.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna, the sun ain't gonna shine every day.
Tell me.
But we still got a duty to each other in this relationship. You know, if I wash my wife's car and put gas in it every Sunday, if she pisses me off Saturday night, Sunday morning, guess what I'm gonna do? Hey, babe, where the keys at? I'm finna go do exactly what I've been doing, even though I'm mad at you. Do you understand? So we gotta really, really take accountability in our culture, you know, and stop looking at everybody else, putting faith in them to show us the way, you know.
Yeah.
So,
especially the music.
Hey, listen, this VaRu, this my homegirl Spicy. We cultivate culture.